Hello, guys, and welcome to AF21 Journey to Pro. This is chapter 3 of me preparing for the next state championship. So, after State Cup ended, there was a little bit before, This was exactly when we won the state championship. In my mind, I was like, I want to win it again, immediately. So I remember skipping school to train our goalkeeper, who I thought was gonna be Martin Valareso, giving my all in State Cup. But when State Cup ended, there was this hole inside of me, and I said, I want to play college soccer. I said, I'm ready for the next level. Once I decided I completely was ready to the next level, I started just hitting up coaches. I stopped focusing in school, which was a complete mistake, but I hit up a lot of coaches. I tried to get a counselor for this type of stuff, or a college soccer counselor to help me find opportunities, every single coach possible, and mostly around the states of Massachusetts and the Northeast, but anywhere. I was willing to go absolutely anywhere as long as the project or level of the college was an opportunity for me to play. Obviously, the highest division possible, the best team possible. But yeah, when summer came, I went to around 2 or 3 ID camps. There was one in Massachusetts that was like 4 days. It was really intense. It was like 4 days of double sessions with a lot of coaches. I clearly did not play my best football in the ID camp. I was pretty frustrated with myself. Not that I wasn't used to the rhythm or whatever, I was playing okay. Just that my team that I played with was not good. It was one of the worst ones. So we would get destroyed almost every game. I would barely touch the ball. I barely scored. And my legs were done. It was like 4 days of double sessions. I wasn't ready for it, But then after, we went to a showcase with Key Biscayne. So Key Biscayne's club team wasn't gonna be running anymore because in U19 there's no, well, at the point that I was playing, 2018-19, there wasn't gonna be a U19. So it was a tough decision, because I wasn't gonna be affiliated with a formal club team, but we made this kind of group for showcases for people who still wanted to play or have the opportunity to play college soccer. We played this tournament in New York. It was 3 days. It was like 4 days, 3 games around the time of the World Cup final. Don't know exactly the month. We tied one, we lost one, and we won one. I played again okay. It wasn't my best football, but it still showed a decent impression, and I was completely going to pursue this college soccer scenario. After kind of summer ended, I traveled a little bit, and I already started preparing for the Orlando Showcase. The Orlando Showcase was at the end of August. We formed a decent group, to try to get the best team possible, and there I played really well. I scored 2 goals, 3 assists, and scored in a penalty shootout, 2 free kicks. I was playing there mostly left wing, and our team was really good compared to the 2 other teams in the showcase. Even though we didn't formally train like 3 times a week, 2 times a week, the players, we had good enough chemistry because we played with each other for a while, a lot of the players, and we did a decent job. We lost in semifinals, in penalties, It was really, really, really frustrating because if we won the tournament, we could have played a higher one in December. So we were still gonna play a showcase in December, but we weren't able to play the top one. So we got 3rd place. Really frustrated. We were winning 1-0 too, and they scored with 10 minutes left. I remember being on the bench at the time, and that was extremely frustrating. Then I traveled a couple times to North Carolina to try to visit High Point, Wake Forest, and Elon. So Wake Forest really wasn't a possibility because my grades were nearly not good enough for that. But I thought Elon was. And they invited me for one day to train for a couple of days. And I did decent. I did okay. I was able to showcase my finishing, my first touch, my use of body, my intelligence. I was able to kind of demonstrate exactly that. And I think they did want me, but again, the grades didn't allow me for me to go, and it was a Division 1 school. They was all preparing for the next state championship that we want to win. I wasn't training 3 times, 4 times a week with a team, but I was training on my own. I tried to get a lot of guys to continue playing. I tried to join the 2001 Key Biscayne trainings as well to try to keep myself in shape, and I did the best I could to be on my best level for the next state championship, which was in 2019, my senior year, which was the year that we were in our heads that we were gonna win. We didn't have in our heads that we could win junior year. Obviously, after the loss in sophomore year, in my head it was next year we're winning. You know, you don't really care if you lose as a sophomore that you have 2 years left. You want to win. You get there, you go to win. It's absolutely non-negotiable for me. You know, when you play something, you gotta go to do the best you can, do the things correctly, do everything in your power to win. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But for me, the most important is being all in, doing the things right. Do everyone give the best of their ability to envision what you want, and in that moment, hey, things came out exactly how you wanted them to, you know? And so the week before we were starting our tryouts with Palmer Trinity, obviously we a lot of the guys in the team that won were not needed of trials, but we needed 3 or 4 new players, you know? There was freshmen, there was guys in JV that didn't make it, you know, and we had a tournament, a West Pines tournament, and with Key Biscayne. We got new jerseys. They were not good jerseys. They were horrific, but we still wore them, you know, super uncomfortable. We won the 3 games, and we were playing a team that won the State Cup last year. They were the best team possible, and we're a team that didn't really train. We started losing 1-0. We were basically, this is a final, you know, we won our 3 games. We won the semifinals, and then we have the final. In the final, we were losing 1-0. In minute 20, they already scored a great goal. They were completely outplaying us. We were playing more in a low block or mid block. You know, I was still playing left wing. Coach JC rathered William the Knight, a fantastic striker. He rathered him a striker and me on the left wing. I didn't mind, but obviously at that time, striker was completely my favorite position. And I thought that in that moment, my finishing was completely automatic, you know? Nothing. There was a counterattack finally in minute 30, 35. And someone takes a shot, the ball arrives to me. I'm kind of in the box. I take a touch. I see the goalkeeper kind of go a little bit to his left side, and I just tuck it in first post on the side net. We tie 1-1. I'm super excited because we score a goal that we didn't really deserve, you know. And it was exciting. We were like, oh wow, we have a chance here, you know. And we had a lot of players missing. We had 13 players in the squad that game, in the final. Wow, incredible. Nothing. Minute 73. Someone hits a long ball. The center back tries to chest it. Right on my left foot. I take a touch forward, and I'm one-on-one with the goalie. I just pass it to his left side down, low, 2-1. We celebrate like crazy. Like if it was like a state final, you know? All the teams were super happy, running towards the bench, and it was a tournament that didn't really matter. It was a tournament that we chose to play to do something else and competing and, you know, different ideas. To keep competing, to keep playing, to, you know, for me to be as ready as possible for winning the next state title and not just winning it, also committing to a college, which I was still in contact with a lot. But we'll get to that later. Right now, the most important is how we prepared. So we're 2-1, we're defending with the heart, so we have chances to make it 3-1. We don't take them. We miss. I play the whole game. I'm the captain of that team. I organized almost everything myself with Jackie Kellogg, John Mark's mom. We made that team happen, and wow, in minute 95, last play of the game, Felix does a handball that I think it was harsh to call that in bold in minute 95, and Andoni makes the penalty to tie us 2-2, and we go straight to pens. I'm the third taker. I haven't had luck recently with the penalties. Obviously, there was a moment from 8th grade to 10th grade that I think I hit 46 penalties and didn't miss one. After that, I went on a streak. I missed my first one at the end of sophomore year. And then I missed one in junior year at the beginning with Key Biscayne. And then I missed one in Palmer. So I started getting into a missing streak. And you don't go with the same confidence. You when you overhit one, it's tough to get out of the head. You have to keep trying, keep missing, and be okay with it, because it was crazy for me. I hit around 46 penalties straight, and they were all goals, and they were all to the same side. Open up my hips, pass the right foot. So I started switching sides, started overthinking. Nothing. I was a third taker, and I missed my penalty. We lost. We lost that final, and it was truly heartbreaking. Even though the tournament wasn't super important, you don't like losing anything. I don't like losing absolutely anything. They asked me, what do you rather? You love winning more than you hate losing? No, I hate losing way more. Because sometimes when I win, I'm not even completely satisfied, because super specific in the way I want to win. Also, I want to win doing things well, trying your best, playing according to the plan that we set with the coaches and the players all aligned. So tough for me to be completely satisfied. But in this tournament, I was. Even if we didn't play the best, we played according to the plan and what we had, and it was tough to lose. But yes, I hate losing way more than I love winning. And then nothing. I'm completely prepared. The trials start, and we're ready to affront and go towards my next goal in mind, was winning the next state title. That for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, we have to go and we have to repeat, because I remember vividly having a conversation with the athletic director in Palmer I remember the year before, after we won, and I was like, oh, don't worry, we'll win again. And then he laughs at me. Like, what do you mean? He tells me, winning one is hard. Winning two is impossible. Those words do not stick well with me. I even still think about them. Thank God we got to prove, not just ourselves, but we got to prove everyone that winning states, not once, but twice, takes a lot. And the football team was also doing well. I think we also motivated them to do the best they could, They got to a position, I don't remember exactly, that they had to lose to a team that were playing against D1 recruits in football, American football, But now it was start our journey to win our second one, and nothing. Thank you guys for listening for chapter 3 of AF21 Journey to Pro, and see you guys next week.